it's Amelia, which is aka Tom's daughter. So I am 10 years old and I have a iPhone 6. I will be showing you some of the apps a 10-year-old would probably have on their phone or would like to have on their phone if they did get a phone. I am hoping for a better phone for Christmas, wink wink. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Alright, so when you first get onto my phone, you see my wallpaper, which is just me. But when you actually go into my phone, it's my friend Joey, which we have matching necklaces for our backgrounds. So when you first go in here, you'll see text and call. So messages, phone, FaceTime. I use those apps mostly a lot, and usually a lot of people have those on their phone. The next one is my camera and my photo gallery. I have lots of photos on here, lots of photos. I usually keep all my photos. These are just extras. This is some of some reminders, iTunes stores, TV. None of the stuff I really use except the calendar to maybe mark off something that I have important on that day. I have my notes. I really don't use my notes at all. There's nothing really on my notes at all. News, contacts, find iPhone. The good thing about iPhones is that you can find your iPhone if you have an iCloud. So going on to here, this is where most of the time I use. More stuff is just basically my clock. I have one time 5:40 for my school. Weather, maps, calculator, settings, Safari, App Store files, all that different stuff. I usually use this to look up really just the basic stuff to look up. Settings I use to it's just basic things. So first over here we have YouTube, we have Netflix. I'm gonna go on Netflix. I love Netflix. I usually use this a lot to watch Stranger Things, which everyone basically knows about Stranger Things and stuff like that. I do use this a lot. There's a whole bunch of things on here. Mercari, I love Mercari. Basically you can get like a whole bunch of things on Mercari. It's a fantastic app. I love it. It's gonna take a while to load, and you can get women's, like men's and stuff like that. It's a dream come true, and you can just find everything on here. Music is basically where you can basically like Pandora, but you can do your own playlist, I guess. It's basically just like Pandora. Etsy is the same thing as Mercari, that's maybe how you say it. And you can buy everything that you can basically do on the other app that I just showed you. I have Pandora, which is the same thing as Musi basically. Funimate is where basically you have like you can edit videos and stuff like that. So yeah, there's just you can edit your videos and stuff like that. The ASL app is basically an app if you want to learn American Sign Language, which that's what it means. And I really want to learn sign language, and I really like sign language, so I usually use this app a lot to practice my sign language, like knowing your ABCs, know your numbers, everything, just the basics. My next goes over here to Disney Now. A lot of kids my age, like 10 years old, watch Andy Mack, so I usually watch Andy Mack on Disney Now. That's usually basically all I watch on here. RCT is basically a roller coaster app where you can create your own world and you get money and you try to build up your game as much as you can. It's I don't really play this game anymore. I usually just have it on for if I have or if I'm bored or if I have no Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Domino's is basically, you probably guys all know what Domino's is. Domino's is just an app where you can order food and stuff like that. So basically I order food on there. Duo is an app where if your friends on your contacts or your family members have Samsungs or LGs, whatever like that, you can basically FaceTime them, because if they do not have an iPhone, they cannot FaceTime you. So if you go on Duo, you can FaceTime all your contacts. Next is Lively. Lively is basically an app that goes with Musical.ly. You can live stream and stuff like that with all your friends. It's a really fun app. There's really nothing to see on there. You just click to start one. Musical.ly, I use this a lot. I guess it's just an app where you lip sync and stuff like that. It's a really fun app. I use it mostly all the time because why not? And Stranger Things, I love Stranger Things. So I usually use Stranger Things and stuff like that. It's just an awesome app. We have Ava Beanie, she's like a really famous person. She does like awesome slow motions and stuff like that. So yeah, basically that's Musical.ly for you. Basically you can do lip syncs. You try to build your way up to getting more likes, trying to get crowned. Basically a lot of people know those apps. And yes, I do keep basically. And I do keep all my things in storage, so I do keep organized. My next app that I have is Pictoword. Yeah, I think that's what. So basically, it's it's an app where you have a picture and you have these letters and you try to guess what the word is. What the picture is. With using so this is one of them, and I just collected my daily. So this is like a picture, and you would have to guess, which I'm not gonna guess because it kind of takes some time to get it, and you have to look at the picture and stuff. But usually I love playing this. It's a really fun app. Snake vs. Block is a very addicting game. It's hard, challenging, but it is very fun to play if you're one of those people that like to get competitive and stuff like that. Voodoo, I think it's like that's where the company maybe. I'm just guessing that. Voodoo. It's taking a while to load. But so basically you try to get all these, and then you don't want to go on like high ones. You don't want to go on like 31 and stuff, and you try to get your most so you don't die. And yeah, basically I just died. So
she's only 10 years old, so any of you old folks out there like myself will know the original game was Snake. And Snake was a basic version of that, very pixelated, and now that's a newer version, a little bit better graphics, and they throw in some blocks to make it more challenging for these kids. So that was basically that.
Alright, so the next one is school. I use this actually a lot. Google Classroom, I use that like so much. Docs I use a lot too. It's basically just for Google Classroom is just all my classes that I have, which I have library, I think I have my teacher, and I have my course, which is my music teacher. And Docs is basically where I just go on Docs, and if I need to do a report or something, I would basically do it on my computer, or I would do it on my phone because it's actually way easier to do it on your phone or your computer. Next is editing. I use Pick, Play, Post like a lot. I basically love this app. It's a fantastic app. I use it for editing, for if I'm doing a Stranger Thing edit, if I'm doing an It edit, and like a best friend edit. You literally can just take pictures or take videos and put them into like a collage kind of slideshow and stuff like that. And it's a really good app. I use it all the time. And yeah, it's just basically an awesome app. So the next one I have is iMovie. iMovie is an app just for iPhones. It's basically an app that a lot of people have on their iPhones, especially me. So basically you can do the same thing as you can do on Pick, Play, Post. But this is that you save it, and it's the same thing, so I don't really have to go into any details because it's basically probably the same thing as Pick, Play, Post.
iMovie is a great editor for iPhones, as you can get it on the App Store, and you can edit a ton of stuff. And if you're a 10-year-old kid, it's great to make your own little movies out of videos that you made and stuff like that. You might even be able to save your Musical.lys and combine those and make a pretty cool little movie.
Alright guys, so basically that's what I basically have for my phone, my iPhone 6. It's very nice. I just have a plain case on it, and I did have a pop socket, which a lot of kids have pop sockets on their iPhones because...
Where'd your pop socket go?
On my phone, but if I take it off a lot of cases, it does not stick anymore.
Exactly. So if you have a kid, tell them to keep the pop socket on 1 or 2 of their cases, not to switch it to every case that they have and switch cases out every day, so then the pop socket doesn't stick anymore, and then you need a new pop socket every 3 days.
So yeah, so basically those are the apps a 10-year-old or just any kid that is a preteen or just a kid would have on their iPhone, their Samsung, all different kinds of phones. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me. I am aka Tom's daughter. I'm 10 years old again, if you wanted to know. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video on What's My Phone.
Basically, guys, that was it. And basically, just kidding. You did great. Catch you guys in the next one.